I'm always interested to see what people say that we didn't think of about different uses for email. But just in case you skip this slide, I'm going to bring your attention back to it. These are just the things, a few of the things that we thought of. I referenced them a little bit earlier, just about when and where email addresses could be used, why they might be important. So, online platforms, communication with service providers. So, like we're talking about utilities or telehealth. That's actually not on this list. Government services, applying for jobs. How do people get a hold of you? How do you register online? How do you apply online to jobs without an email address? Sometimes that can be super tricky. So we are again interested to see what you put in those responses there, and we'll update this as we go along. We just let's take a second here just to think about email and that process of creating an email address. And I asked you very briefly, think about some places that somebody could get hung up. In the live session, we do actually go through and make emails together. And it is always interesting just to see where that process kind of breaks down. First and foremost is the security check. And so like if you're setting up an email address and then it asks for a phone number to verify, what if you don't have a phone number? What if you don't understand the security password or the verification to get past that, like the captcha, or like the identify everything that has a stop sign in it, or now there's this one that says point the hand in the direction of the animal, and you have to like rotate the hand with the arrow keys. Like, they have gotten pretty technical, and for a lot of people that can be tough to access, right? And so just thinking about, as we're guiding people through making email addresses to be able to access all these basic services, what are some ways that system can break down, and how can we troubleshoot that? Notice that I'm asking a lot of questions, not providing a lot of answers, which is tough, right? That can be a little bit frustrating, a little bit annoying, but it is such an individualized basis. The best that we can do is familiarize ourselves with the process, and then be ready to be flexible and adaptable and try out some different options there. Somewhere another piece that we're going to spend a little bit of time on this here in a couple slides, but another piece that the process does tend to break down are passwords. So being able to create a strong, secure, safe password and then remember it in a safe way is really, really tricky. So what I'm going to encourage you to do here is go on to this next slide and play around with this website. So notice you can click on this to open this up in a new tab here, and this will actually walk you through. This is a video tutorial on how to create a free email address. You can give this to anybody you're working with. This will walk them through. Anybody can access this. Feel free just to copy this link and save it wherever. It'll also be a little bit later in the presentation, a little bit later on in some of the resources we have there for you. And then notice there's some other things down here. This one everybody needs: how to avoid online scams. The number one target for online scams and phishing attacks are the elderly, just because of that lack of awareness, just because of that lack of speaking the language of the online community and the way those things work. So this can be a very, very strong resource. So I highly encourage you, check out this site right now. Take 5 to 10 minutes to do that. Then go ahead and move on to the next slide here, which will have a video on it. Those are my notes for the video. No cheating. No looking.